Hey there, Erica Lybrand, Blair Cato's title attorney with another edition of Title Tips Tuesday, in which we discuss common issues that come up in real estate transactions. So today we're going to talk about judgments, and specifically judgments against your borrower. And the issue that I get the question I get a lot is why we will require in some situations pre-existing judgment liens to be paid, and why in some situations we do not require that. And the key to the answer to that is what type of loan it is. So in a situation where your borrower is getting a loan to purchase the property, that is going to be what we call a purchase money mortgage. And that's because the money is being used to purchase the property. In that situation, if there's a pre-existing judgment lien against your borrower, it will not become a prior or a superior lien to the lien of the mortgage once the purchaser buys the property. And so what that means is while it will in fact attach to the property and become a lien on the property, it is automatically subordinated to the lien of a purchase money mortgage. The reason for that is South Carolina law provides that but for the mortgage to purchase the property, there would be no property for the lien to attach to, and thus they automatically afford the purchase money mortgage lien superiority in lien priority. And so if it is a purchase money mortgage, a transaction in which your borrower is purchasing the property with the proceeds from your mortgage loan, then we will not necessarily require that those judgment liens be paid off as part of the transaction. Now, you may require them to do that, your underwriter, your investor, whatever. And at that point, it's your decision to make, or your company's decision to make, about whether or not we're going to collect for those judgment liens or require them to be paid prior to the transaction. Now, in a situation where your borrower is refinancing their property and they have a pre-existing judgment debt, that is where we will require a judgment lien to be paid as part of that transaction. And the reason is because in a refi transaction, you're not afforded that automatic superiority in terms of lien priority, because it's just a refinance of a prior debt. And so in that situation on a refi, if your borrower obtained or was subjected to judgment debt from prior to the transaction date, we're going to have to require, as part of our commitment to ensure that those liens be paid or resolved, settled, whatever, released as to the property prior to the transaction closing. And so that's the difference between when we will require a prior existing judgment lien to be paid for your borrower and when we will not. If it's a purchase money mortgage, we will not require it, but you may. And if it is a refinance transaction, we will require it. So that's the difference between judgment liens against your buyer or borrower. If you have any questions or concerns about this topic, specifically about judgments, or any other topics about title that might affect your transactions, feel free to give me a shout. My phone number is 803-881-6904, and my email is Erica, ERICA, @blaircato.com. Again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please forward it to your other lender contacts, and please reach out to me if you have any other topics that you'd like for me to discuss. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks.